The temperatures outside routinely topping 100 degrees, but we are inside State Farm Stadium in Glendale. That sound of the big red siren brings the Cardinals and their fans to action. Coming up, we've got a good one in store. It's the Seattle Seahawks and the Arizona Cardinals. On the visitors' sideline is Seahawks head coach Mike Macdonald. His guys got the season started on the right foot, a home victory in the season opener. On the Cardinals' side, their head coach Mike LaFleur. His guys, on the other hand, couldn't pull one out last week in the opener, so they're looking for their first win at home here in Week 2. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson with you, the kicker, Chad Ryland. Gonna get things started. And off we go from Glendale. And he gets this back out to the 30-yard line. Reasonable field position. That's where the offense will get this one going. Seahawks are led out by Sam Darnold, year 9 out of USC. Was last year after all the stops, finally reaching the mountaintop and winning Super Bowl 60.
It's not often that you can win by multiple scores in the NFL, so you got to imagine they're coming into this week's game with a lot of confidence. They were able to put together a pretty well-rounded performance in all 3 phases last week. So, again, can they build off that? Can they continue to grow as an entire team? Because offense, defense, and solid contribution from their special teams, they showed last week, and going forward, this is going to be a hard team to beat.
And they're going to work this down inside the 45. It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. Another run here with Price. This time they're ready for it. Room to run the last snap. Not this one. They stop him for no gain.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the Cardinals' 43-yard line.
Now they'll throw it with Milroe. There's a short one taken in by Barner. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
The drag route. We used to say this is day 1 install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains.
And he's going to have the first down taken down after a short pickup of 5, but it will keep the drive going.
And the Seahawks first down.
On the give, It is Price. Trying to find somewhere to go, but the defense with other ideas. They stop him. That'll be no gain. We'll try again here. Second and 10.
Second and 10 at the 31-yard line.
From the gun, it's Milroe. Complete to the former Buckeye, Jackson Smith-Njigba.
Milroe's pass complete to Jackson
A
Smith-Njigba.
terrific way to start this one. Not only a touchdown, but a nice long march down the field. Makes it a long walk back to the bench for the defense.
Mike, that's about as good as you can imagine starting a game offensively. To be able to sustain that many plays and be able to cap it off with a touchdown, that is a dream start for this offense.
Michael Dixon to kick off for
7-0
Seattle.
is our score as this kick is sent into the air. A safe kick taken at the 5. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. It is season 11 for the man bringing out the Cardinals offense, Jacoby Brissett. Originally drafted by the Patriots in 2016. Cardinals now his 6th NFL team.
You just hope throughout your career, Mike, that you're not on the wrong end of too many games like last week. So many games in the NFL come down to one score. They're very close. And every once in a while, there are multiple score games where you just can't seem to keep it close. They've got to do a better job keeping pace early, get off to a faster start. They want to have a chance. Come the fourth quarter, if this thing's within one score, they're going to feel a lot more comfortable this time around than where they were last week.
And play halted for a moment. We have an injured Seahawk player. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll go again here with Charbonnet. Once again, no opening developing. He's going to lose a couple of yards, and that sets up 3rd and long.
It's 3rd
These
and
negative
11.
runs, they just make everything for the play caller that much more difficult, Mike. So they've got to find a way to be more efficient on these early downs, meaning 1st and 2nd down, because if not, you find yourself the entire game in 3rd and pass, and that's what every single defense in the league is trying to do.
They come to the line needing 11 here on 3rd down. Working out of the gun, here's Brissett. Oh, fine work there defensively. Got that hand in there. That pass is incomplete. Zach Charbonnet was the intended target. And that's going to lead to a 4th down.
Blake Gillikin in punt formation for the Cardinals.
We'll send out the punt team, and the kick's away. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The Seahawks offense going to take over now for the 2nd time. So, Greg, this offense comes on the road here in week 2. Look, road games are so hard in the NFL, but it's nice to hit the road coming off a win at home.
Yeah, absolutely. And again, it's amazing how winning creates more winning. It kind of has an ability to kind of build on itself. It's a snowball effect. So when you're winning, you're feeling good, everything works. And all of a sudden, you start losing, and you start questioning everything about your approach. So the key in the NFL is win or lose, you're on to the next game. And it's the team's ability to start fresh every single week, regardless of the previous week's outcome. Those are the teams that find themselves in position in the playoffs down the stretch.
This will be 3rd and 8.
It's a gain of 2 yards, and it's 3rd down.
Throwing is Milroe. That's out left and complete. He's got Tyson. Oh, a nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. They're going to stop him for no gain.
It's now 4th
So
down.
barring an aggressive decision here on 4th down, it looks like this is going to be a 3 and out. So this offense has to get to the sideline and regroup, figure out what went wrong, fix it, because they've got to be able to maintain possession the next time out.
Early big play here. They're going to go for it on 4th down. They'll indeed go for it with Milroe. Open man is Shaheed. That's complete. And he's going to have a Seahawks first down. Going to have it by plenty. Huge gainer on 4th down. They fake the jet sweep and give it up the middle. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
He was brought down at the 28-yard line.
That's a gain of 11, and they'll move the chains with another first down.
Seattle.
Okay, ready?
Play action, it's Milroe. Over the middle, it's intercepted. And the Cardinals are going to get the ball to start the second quarter as time expires here in the first. 1 quarter in the books. It's the Seahawks with the early lead. Greg and I back here in Glendale after this. Second quarter starts. Cardinals in possession of the football as they are set to start the drive with 1st and 10. Started this drive on the ground. Here comes Charbonnet. And good hard running there. He'll push his way forward. Gain of about 5.
The tackle made at the 36-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd down and 5. Play action, and here's Brissett. And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him. Uchenna Nwosu. He gets into drop him for his first sack of the young season. So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Operating from the gun is Brissett. A throw right side is intercepted. Picked by the rookie from Arkansas. And he is going to bring this one back. A DB's dream. A pick 6 for touchdown.
You know, it's funny, Mike, in these quarterback rooms all week, when there is a rookie defensive back, especially at corner, you know, a lot of these quarterbacks, they like to target those young players and see if they're ready for this league. And sometimes they're easy targets, and sometimes they make you pay. And this was the latter. He's playing wise beyond his years, gets the takeaway, and ends up bringing it back for the touchdown.
Now the point after try from Myers. The kick is good. And the Seahawks move out on top, 14-0.
Cardinals nothing. Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Arizona offense. They get ready for their next possession. Well, after a great week 1 and the opener of Buffalo's new stadium to kick off week 2, we have to look ahead to tonight. Chiefs and Colts at Arrowhead Stadium, 8:20 Eastern Time. Then really good matchup tomorrow, Monday night in prime time. Buzzworthy teams in the offseason. The Rams already opened in Australia. The Giants open with the Cowboys. Now those two teams will meet at SoFi in Inglewood. Now here's Wilson. Get it on the pop pass. Oh, he doesn't put it away, and the ball's out. The Seahawks scoop it up. And he is going to bring this one back. It is a fumble recovery for a defensive touchdown.
You see a lot of teams around the league use their wide receivers, Mike, in the run game. These jet sweeps or a little pop pass. But then he just has to put the ball away. It's a good play. Pick up as many yards as you can and live to play the next down. Instead, defense is able to dislodge the ball, pick it up, and turns into a nightmare scenario real fast for the offense.
Myers now to add the PAT. It's up and through. And the Seahawks will take themselves to a 21-0 lead.
Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. On the return, it's Devin Duvernay. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Cardinals offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. Greg, it's one of those weird feelings you build all year for the opener. And you play a tight game and lose, it kind of changes the feeling coming into this week a little bit.
Yeah, it certainly does, and if you're not careful, what's that cardinal rule? You don't want one loss to turn into two, one bad play to turn into two. The best teams in this league, Mike, they have an uncanny ability that regardless, good or bad, blowout or close one from the previous week before, it doesn't lead into the next week's work and ultimately the next week's game. So we'll find out, were they able to learn from the good, and there certainly was a lot of it, but can they move forward today and not let the disappointment of last week trickle into today?
Just a yard on first down. Here's 2nd and 9.
13.
From the shotgun, it's Brissett. The pass rush gets home, and he goes down.
The ball just has to come out there, Mike. There's nowhere to go with it. Protection's breaking down. You either got to get that out to a check down, or you just got to throw it at someone's feet and move on to the next play.
Third and a long way to go. That's Harrison in motion. Oh, a loose football. The Seahawks scoop it up. And they're going to take over once more. They have forced another first-half turnover.
That was a great play by the defense, Mike. He got a little sloppy with ball security as he leaves the pocket. They're able to knock it loose and put an end to this drive.
The Seahawks offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. They'll begin with the football in the red zone already as the defense has their back to the wall to start this drive.
Come on. Hey, cowboy in.
Throwing now, Milroe on first down. Flushed to his right. He keeps it himself. Fighting for the goal line. They're going to stop him just short, but he has picked up the first down.
This is a part of the field where you have to account for the quarterback as a runner. Nothing's open downfield. Great job by your secondary, but then he makes a break for the goal line, and they're able to stop him just short, but not until after he sets his guys up 1st and goal.
From the 1-yard line, first down and goal. They'll go play action with Milroe. That's hauled in at the 2. No, He's not going to get in. In fact, they shoved him backwards.
Brings up second and
Task a bit tougher as they face second and goal. He's got his big tight end, Elijah Arroyo. Touchdown, Seattle. His first touchdown of the new campaign. Greg, it's the quarterback's best friend, and you were that guy for a lot of years. The tight end in a tight area with man coverage.
Yeah, it's really twofold, Mike, right? First and foremost, we see so many of these tight ends around the league that now have gotten to the point where one-on-one matchups, that's advantage offense. But then even in the cases they don't create great separation, Mike, it's their size, their catch radius. It's such a friendly target for the quarterback that when things get tight in the red zone, they look to the tight end.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Duvernay on the return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Cards offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. Greg, they say flush a game after you lose, right? But when you built up all year for the opener and you get blown out, is it even harder to flush for players?
Well, certainly that's the question, Mike, and regardless of how much the coach stands up there and you try to say, hey, it's a new week, we've got to move forward, and certainly that's the case in the NFL. If you let bad losses linger, you're going to find yourself in a bigger hole. So the problem is when you spend all week and you spend all season saying, okay, this is week one, we're going to get off to a great start, and you lay an egg and you're non-competitive, the last thing you want in the NFL, Mike, is for doubt to set in. So we're going to find out pretty quickly here in this one. Was last week just 1 out of 17 and they're going to move on, or is this going to be signs of things to come as the rest of this season unfolds?
Throw to the right flat. It is caught. He's taken down, but just shy of midfield. Trying to start this long road back. They've got a first down here.
That's good.
It's been a rough first half, but now as we approach halftime, Mike, you got to start getting some wins, and it could be something small like we just saw here. Some positive plays, build a little confidence on that sideline, so as you go into halftime, you have something to build on.
To throw, it's Brissett on 1st and 10. Catch made, right side by Wilson. He's close to a first down to gain a 9. Nice pitch and catch on 1st down.
It's a gain of 9.
Clock ticking down, and we will hit the 2-minute warning. We'll have more from Glendale after this. So they have it 2nd and 1. Throwing again, Brissett. And they're going to get to him and take him down back on the other side of midfield.
This is the epitome of team defense. Not only able to rush the passer and put pressure on him, but the coverage is just so tight on the back end, there's just nowhere to go with the ball.
Oh, the ball's out. And it looked like the Cardinals were quick to react and get on it. So no turnover, they keep the ball.
And they should consider themselves lucky. You can't let a pass rusher through that quickly and not expect there to be consequences. Fortunately, they're at least able to fall on it and prevent this from being a complete disaster.
Here's Blake Gillikin now as he's on to punt for the 2nd time. And good coverage by the punt team. They stop him before he can get any return cranked up. The Seahawks offense make their way out to take over once more. His guy's going to get another shot at it here as drive number 4 starts with 1st and 10. They go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10.
Here we go.
This drive's going to begin with a run by Price. And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line. That's a gain of 21 to open this drive.
Well, that's how you get a drive started. A big play here in the run game, and you have to imagine this is something we're going to continue to see. Success early in the drive typically results in success later in the drive.
On first down, it's Milroe. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up second down. That one out in front of his big target. They cannot connect, and it falls incomplete. So, after 2 straight incompletions, here's 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, it's Milroe. Give them 14 on that one. First down, Seattle. Now Seattle going to use the first of their timeouts, and they'll have a chance to talk things over after picking up that first down. To throw again is Milroe. A throw left side there, not going to find the target. Incomplete. So they send out Jason Myers for this field goal. And he pulled it left. No good. And they are not able to add on to their big lead. First and 10 now from the 36.
Man, that would have been such a nice boost for this group going into halftime. The snap was good. The hold was good. He just couldn't quite get it through the uprights.
That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered. And that is how this first half will come to an end.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Our look around the NFL starts now. It begins at Gillette Stadium. The Patriots at home to take on the Pittsburgh Steelers. And this is DK Metcalf. One of his 2 touchdown catches in the game coming right here. The Steelers are off to a good start, 2-0 on the young season. From there, why don't we go out to the Space City of Houston, looking in on the Texans as they host the Cincinnati Bengals. And this is C.J. Stroud. He connects here on a 36-yard touchdown. The Texans able to snatch victory from the jaws of defeat. They win it in the final moments. Lastly, let's get a look who's getting a hot start to the year. It's our impact player from week 2, and it's this man. And this is Kyler Murray. You want to talk about on fire? One of 6 touchdown passes on the day. The Vikings get their first win of the year, and they had to earn it, too. They get the road victory. We'll give you a look now at the remainder of the games in progress in the early window and what's still to come here in Week 2 of the National Football League regular season. Meanwhile, our game has not been all that competitive, a one-sided affair through 2 quarters. As we send you back out to our commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Hey, Scott, thank you. 2 very different halftime speeches, I would assume, by those head coaches as we get set for half number 2. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The 3rd quarter is underway. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25.
The
Cardinals offense going to have a first crack at it as we begin this 3rd quarter. Well, after a great week 1 and the opener of Buffalo's new stadium to kick off week 2, we have to look ahead to tonight. Chiefs and Colts at Arrowhead Stadium, 8:20 Eastern Time. Then really good matchup tomorrow, Monday night in prime time. Buzzworthy teams in the offseason. The Rams already opened in Australia. The Giants open with the Cowboys. And now those two teams will meet at SoFi in Inglewood. On first down, they'll start with Charbonnet. And he will not be able to turn upfield. They'll drop him behind the line.
With the struggles they had running the ball in the first half, Mike, it makes sense that they're trying here early in the second to get this ball carrier going. But this last run's not going to do him any favors. Another rush, another loss of yards.
After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. Brissett gonna throw. That's left side, and that's the tight end, McBride. And he'll be very close to a first down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot.
And I think both of us came away from our discussions with the coaches thinking that this guy was going to have a massive role in this one, but after only his first catch of the game, let's give credit where it's due. This defense, man, they've held him in check throughout.
They'll try and run for this with Charbonnet. It's a pickup of 12. It's good for a Cardinals first down.
In today's game, Mike, we're so used to seeing everyone go for quarterback sneak in this situation. 3rd and inches, just let your quarterback kind of barrel forward and get a fresh set of downs. But a nice change up here, giving the ball to your back. Not only does he pick up the first down, but he gets plenty of yards after that. Sometimes it's those footsteps. I don't care how long you've been playing or at what level you've been playing at. When that defender's bearing down, you really get a good idea of what guys are willing to go through contact to secure a catch, and in this case, what guys are under.
So after back-to-back incompletions, it is now 3rd and 10. Here is Brissett. Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him. Leonard Williams. He gets there for the sack, setting up 4th down. The punt team out there for the 2nd time, and that kicks away. To return, it's Shaheed. And some nifty running on the return. Picked up some good yardage before he was taken down. The Seahawks offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. And he's had trouble getting on track in this one. Really limited space to find an opening. The defensive front stopping him multiple times. Generally, he has not been a big factor in this game to this point. And he'll wind up getting about 7 yards as he is forced out of bounds. So, from the 37, here's 2nd and 3.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
They're going to go again with Price. And he's going to weave his way forward. It's a first down at the 44-yard line.
So, Mike, you know by now my philosophy on 3rd down. If it was up to me, I don't even want to be in 3rd down. I want to get all of my conversions on 1st and 2nd down and be able to stay in those neutral down situations. So it's exactly what they do here. They lean on the ground game and pick up a fresh set of downs.
And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line. This drive started to take some nice shape. Another 1st and 10 here. On play action, Milroe. Got his man at the 6. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down.
All right, Mike, now it's getting to the point where it's almost becoming borderline disrespectful. I mean, despite having this big lead here in the 2nd half, they continue to take shots downfield. They are not content with just running this clock out and shaking hands and going off with a win. Truth be told, I think they're trying to embarrass him, and they're doing a pretty good job at it.
To the air, it's Milroe. And he'll take it on in. Elijah Arroyo. Touchdown, Seattle. That is 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. Now the point after try from Myers. It's up and good. And the Seahawks stretch out this lead even more. It is now 35-0.
Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This one is going to sail through the end zone for a touchback. The Cardinals offense getting set to get back to work. Let's go back and scroll through some of their drives. One theme, Greg, going to keep emerging throughout. Too many turnovers.
Yeah, I think it's been a combination of just carelessness, right? Some sloppy play offensively that has caused some of them. But also, let's give some credit to the defense. I think in a lot of the cases, they're also forcing these takeaways, punching the ball out, going up for interceptions. They've been in the right place at the right time. So, combination of really good defense at times, and at times, really bad offense.
We're set now on first down. Dump this off to Charbonnet, complete, and he can't get away. They rally to the football defensively. Bring him down for no gain.
2nd and 10.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
And he's not going to be able to escape the rush here. He goes down. Leonard Williams in for the sack. It is a loss of 8, and now it's 3rd down. To throw is Brissett. Oh, they're on him in a flash, and he lost the football. And it looked like the Cardinals were quick to react and get on it. So no turnover, they keep the ball.
So even though they avoid the turnover, this is still a play that they're going to coach hard off of. They're going to bring guys into the meeting room next week and say, hey, guys, we're not always going to be so fortunate. The ball is not always going to bounce our way. Anybody who handles the ball from the center to the quarterback to any of the ball carriers, the most important aspect of team offense is protecting the ball at all costs.
And it's a very nice return. He has given the offense a short field. The Seahawks offense and their running back set to go once more. And as you take a look at the numbers, you have to imagine he was the top conversation in that locker room at halftime. They got to find a way to slow him down. Nothing they've done has worked so far. Off the play fake, here's Milroe. That's to the running back, Jadarian Price. And a stoppage here for injury. One of the Cardinals shaken up. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd and 5. They go play action now with Milroe. Smith and Jigba left side. He's got it. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line.
It's a gain of 23 yards.
23 yards on that pass play. It's good for a Seahawks first down. And they will not run another play. That'll do it. The end of the 3rd. They're at the 17-yard line now for 1st and 10. Throwing is Milroe. That is caught. And the Seahawks are going to have first and goal, trying to finish off this drive with a touchdown. Take a look at his receiving numbers. So he has been terrific. Over 100 yards in this one. A couple of big plays, one after the other, and now it's first and goal.
Here we go, strike. Pass the 60, pass the 60. Switch the Eagles, switch the Eagles.
Off the play fake. Baron Browning getting in there to bring him down. His first sack of the season.
It's second down.
Mike, I don't hate the play call at all. The best opportunity to throw the ball this close to the end zone is typically on first or second down. The issue here is the quarterback just has to know, if my initial read is not open, this ball needs to be thrown through the goalpost.
Back to the 5-yard line now. Second down and goal.
Let's go now. 19, Tiger, 19.
Now, faking the give. That's to the end zone, but it is incomplete.
Intended for Jordan.
There isn't much room for error when operating inside the red zone. The field is really condensed. Those throwing windows become a lot tighter and forces your quarterback to make some really highly contested throws. And as we just saw, those aren't always going to go your way.
On third and goal, Milroe. Contact as he delivered it there, and the pass is incomplete. Good job defensively to make sure he could not find a throwing lane, and it sets up fourth down.
I just don't like the look of this passing game, Mike. It just seems a bit erratic. On top of the 2 straight incompletions, they've already turned the ball over through the air. And truthfully, with how dangerous some of these throws have been, they're lucky it hasn't been even more.
He'll try and throw for it with Milroe. That is incomplete. The defense coming up big in the red zone. It's a turnover on down.
Incomplete.
Oftentimes, these critical downs come down to who executes the best. And in this case, Mike, the defense executed when it mattered the most. Big fourth down stop, and now they're going to get the ball back.
Out come the Cardinals for their next possession. Why don't we take a look at what they've got coming up these next few weeks? They'll be at Levi's Stadium next week, then go to MetLife to take on the Giants, and then come back home to meet the Lions.
19.
They put Wilson in motion. On play action, Brissett. A throw left side, taken in by Wilson. And he's trying to get upfield, but cannot do it. Now backwards to the 2.
The quick passing game in the NFL, Mike, is so dependent on yards after the catch. You got to generate space with the scheme, and then it's up to the receiver to do the rest. In this case, nice job defensively, because this guy couldn't even get back to the original line of scrimmage. Just a simple hitch route, certainly nothing special there or anything downfield, but the idea is the more of those you throw and those efficient passes, the second the defense moves up to take it away, that's when you go for the big ones.
They'll set up the screen to Charbonnet. And he'll try to get to the marker, but he's going to wind up a yard or 2 short.
Anytime you call a running back screen, the key is the relationship between the offensive line and the running back. They have to be in sync perfectly to set up the big play. That wasn't the case here on third down. He gets tackled short of the sticks.
The Cardinals lining up for punts, as he'll take this a yard or 2 into his own end zone. This fielded inside the 35. And it's a good solid return as he takes it back up near midfield. The Seattle offense heading back on the field. As they do, we want to show you what is ahead for them over the next few weeks. They'll be at Washington. Then it's back home for the Chargers. And then lastly, one more home game as they'll play host to the San Francisco 49ers. first down with Milroe. Outright Smith and Jigba has it. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. Trying to get to 2-0. It has not been easy, but that is an important first down. Give, and here comes Price. A modest gain, maybe 2 yards. It's second down.
39-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
They'll go with Price. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. A gain of 16 yards. First down, Seattle.
And the Seahawks first down.
Here we go, set. Past the 60, past the 60.
They've got the lead. They're in control. In no hurry to snap this. And they'll take the clock down to the 2-minute warning. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. Center leads him to the line for 1st and 10. A run between the tackles with Price. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's second down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 20-yard line.
Cougar 19.
Now they'll throw it with Milroe. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target.
When you think back to the first half, Mike, just how well he threw the ball, and you thought maybe this defense would come up with some answers in the second half to slow him down, but so far, that has proven to not be the case.
Ball resting on the 9. First down and goal.
Come on, come on. Hey. Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
They'll run with Price. And this is going to be a touchdown. They are going to extend the lead here in the final minute of play. And another score in another good performance after winning the opener on their way to 2-0.
Mike, you can't be 2-0 without being 1-0, and for them to be able to continue to string early wins together in the first part of the year, this is the start that every team dreams about. This is what you work for all offseason long to start your season and build some early momentum. Gives you a lot of flexibility and wiggle room as the rest of this season plays on.
Makes the score Seahawks 42, Cardinals nothing. Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. He fields it at the 8, and he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Out comes the Arizona offense. They get ready for their next possession. They trail here late, hoping to put something, anything on the board before they get out of here. Going to start this drive, 1st and 10. Operating from the gun is Brissett. The pressure gets there. Down he goes. Back inside the 20-yard line. Leonard Williams. He gets in to record his 3rd sack of the afternoon. 2nd and long coming up. On the handoff, it's Charbonnet. And he nearly got free. But as it is, gain of 6, and it sets up 3rd down.
That's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 12.
So it's a win here for the visiting Seahawks. They get the victory here, away from home, to run their early season record to 2-0. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long, everyone.
Hey everyone, Scott Hansen here. This is your Week 2 edition of the EA Sports Weekly Recap, presented by Lowe's. Earn your Sunday. Lots to get to. We'll begin in Glendale, Arizona. The Cardinals at home to take on the Seattle Seahawks. And here it's the Seattle defense making the play. They forced the interception. They've got room. They're taking it all the way. Pick 6 for the touchdown. The Seahawks get a second straight win to start the year as they get the tough road victory. From there, let's go out to Denver, checking in on the Broncos as they host the Jacksonville Jaguars. And it's the former #1 overall pick, Trevor Lawrence. He's going to take this one himself. He also had 2 touchdown passes in the game. The Jags come away with a 4-point victory. A few teams out there haven't liked what they've been seeing in the first couple of weeks. Moves are underway as we check out the Week 2 trade report. The big name on the move? Without question, it's this man. He's headed to the Cardinals in an interesting deal, running back for running back, as both teams try to shake up their backfields. A number of guys around the league off to hot starts, among them Week 2's Player of the Week. Our nominee is this man, Kyler Murray. He was dynamite in the win at Soldier Field. Utterly amazing, as a matter of fact. He threw 6 touchdown passes, 1 short of the NFL record. Here's a sample of them here. Meanwhile, a look now at the rest of the weekend's top performers, guys who are starting out hot here in the first 2 weeks. Next up, let's give you a look at the guys who have put together a couple of solid weeks so far. It's our league leaders in receiving through 2 weeks of games. With that, a look at the rest of the scores from a jam-packed Week 2 of the new NFL season. Until next week, Scott Hansen, good night from Orlando. We have a deal. One of the top receivers has agreed to terms on a contract extension that will likely keep him and his quarterback very happy.